Right, first things first. When you're looking to invest yourself or you're working with investors, location is everything. I know it's the same old cliche, location, location, location. Well, it's actually hypersensitive when it comes to investing our hard-earned money or that of our clients, okay? So we use certain tools to help us determine what are the best areas for flipping, what are the best areas for buying rentals, okay? You gotta have these tools, because if you don't, you're flying blind. Somebody needs to know what they're doing. Either you or the investor. I think it should be you, since you're an investor agent. Okay, you're looking to become an investor agent. So one of the first things we do is we use a tool called School Report. Okay, School Report shows you by school area, right, the level of activity relative to active listings and sold listings. Properties actively for sale, right? Properties actively for sale. Properties actually have sold in 90 days. Every school area has two columns, active, sold. The columns are the school areas. The reason is our clients want to know, right, where they're buying the properties. When they go to flip the properties, let's talk about flipping for example. When you flip a home, the end user is going to be living there, is interested in the neighborhood, but also where their kids are going to go to school, right? So we use School Report. First thing we do, gets us broad data on where we should be with our investors for flipping homes, okay? And everything is on by school area and price range. That's the first thing we do. Next thing we do is we use something called Melissa Data, all right? Melissa Data. And Melissa Data is a free tool from the U.S. Postal Service. It's a part of a program called EDDM, Every Door Direct Marketing, okay? And you can see by zip code, right, plug the zip code in, all the different carrier routes. These are the postal routes the postman takes with the mail, including street names and everything, right? And then over here, the map buttons are clickable. You click on the map button, brings up the map view, showing you the map view of the route that the carrier takes. And now you can match those areas with your school report. So in other words, you only want to be looking in areas that are selling in the right price ranges based on the data from your school report. It's a two-step process, okay? Now before you get too excited, there actually is another step. We use what we call planning commissions, right? Planning commission data to tell us about the demographics there. We're going to validate that us or our clients are investing in flipping properties are absolutely the best area at the best time, right? So we use planning commission websites. They give us all the demographics from uscensus.gov, or if you're in Canada, it would be Stats Canada. In Stats Canada, by the way, we don't have the school information on our MLSs, so we create a different report based on Canada Post data, okay? Or we use what's called the section field or the area field. Okay, if you're in Canada, we use those two fields, or one of those two fields. U.S., we use school area. Okay, now so you got school area, right? Price range. Now you've got within the postal code specific areas that are selling in those right price ranges. The last thing we do is we're going to validate everything we're doing. So we'll use, for example, here we'll use the example of age, right, to determine the average age of the people living in that area. So if you're looking to flip a home, and the most common buyer right now is middle-class family with 2.3 kids buying a medium-price home, well, they don't want to live in an area where most people are getting ready to retire. It's just it's a mismatch. Okay, it's not that it's anybody's right or wrong. It's just the market data doesn't line up. So you got to validate that area is the right area for people with 2.3 kids. Where are they going to want to be? They want to be in neighborhoods where everybody has 2.3 kids, okay? So that process right there I just gave you. A lot more details than that, but the basic principle is what I just gave you. You need to grasp that concept, because when we're flipping homes, that becomes vitally important. Later on, I'll talk to you about how do you identify the right areas for buying rentals, okay? Meantime, take care. God bless. See you in the next video.